Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Daniel Hendrick Experience. I'm super glad you're here, and I'm super grateful that you guys are listening to the extent that you are. It's really wonderful. It's making this podcast really happen around the world. Hey, for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I would just encourage you to subscribe and maybe become a paying member where you can give like $3 a month or something just to help keep the lights on. So appreciate that. Today we have on with us an interview with Italian superstar Leonardo Caimi. Incredible tenor, beautiful voice. He's celebrated for a velvety, beautiful tone and elegant musicality, as well as for his excellent acting. Leonardo Caimi has established himself as one of the most acclaimed tenors of his generation, singing at prestigious venues and festivals such as the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, Teatro alla Scala, and Teatro Real in Madrid. Also the Bavarian State Opera in Munich, Teatro Cologne in Buenos Aires, the Deutsche Oper Berlin, and Salzburg Festival, among many, many others. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to say and hear maybe a recording of him from Carmen, where he does this amazing pianissimo at the very end of that aria. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in the wonderful Leonardo Caimi. So honored that you're here, my friend. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm super glad that you're here. Andiamo?
Andiamo.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as advertised, the world famous Italian tenor Leonardo Caimi. Mille
Nice
grazie.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, my friend. So tell us, where are you right now?
Now I'm in London. I'm in an apartment I rented here close to the Covent Garden because I just finished yesterday to sing my La Bohème here in the Royal Opera House, in the role of Rodolphe, of course. And I'm still here because I took 2 days off, finally, to go around. Also because on Monday I have to move in Prague because on Wednesday I have another performance of Carmen. So I thought to stay here and go directly in Prague instead to go home for 1 day and come back in Prague. Yeah, it was a chaos.
Wow.
So it's better to stay here. Yeah.
Well, London's a beautiful city, so I'm sure you're enjoying it.
It's a wonderful city. Yes. Yeah,
excellent.
It was a very good production. And it was my official debut in the Royal Opera House, yes, because I had just jumped in before the apocalypse, before the COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. And so 4 or 5 years ago, singing a side, because they called me in the night for the matinee. I just arrived to sing at noon. So I had to sing a side for a Carmen.
Wow.
So my official debut was now because they proposed me, of course, in this Bohème and another contract in 2020, but they had to cancel because of the COVID. So now I got it. Yeah.
Bravo. I'm sure it was beautiful. I heard a recording of your Che Gelida Manina just earlier today. And what a voice. Beautiful.
Yeah. It was one of my most important role in my career, Rodolfo. I love it. And I don't know, maybe it fits better than other roles in my voice, with my voice. So, and I'm happy I did my debut here with this role because it's one of my
favorites.
Most important. Yes, my favorite.
Well, and you look like Rodolfo too, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are listening, this is a very handsome young Italian guy.
I need the scarf to be Rodolfo. But, okay.
Bravo. That actually, Rodolfo was my debut role. That was the first role I ever sang many years ago, before you were born. I'm an
No,
old guy now.
I don't think so, but
Molto vecchio.
ma robusto.
Claro. Hey, so what city are you from in Italy?
I'm from Lamezia Terme. It's a small town in the south of Italy, in the Calabria.
Okay.
Calabria is the foot of the boot.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
yes.
I was born there.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was 27, I moved in Milano, in the north of Italy, because there was nothing in that time for the opera to do this job. No, I could study with a good maestro for 2 years there, but I had to move in the north of Italy, Milano. I studied there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved in New York with my great friend and teacher, Bill Schumann. And
Oh, yes.
Yes, I studied for 6 years with him. Not
Wow.
6 years all the time in New York, but traveling,
Sure.
going
Yes.
back from Italy. But yes.
Wow.
Oh.
He has taught a lot of people, and everybody says the same thing, how great he is.
Yeah. I'm the worst student, but I'm.
Wonderful. So I saw that you sang Adriano Lecouvreur as well.
Yes, I sang a lot of time Adriano Lecouvreur, and I think it's one of the role that which I sang in very important situation, because I sang it in the Colón de Buenos Aires.
Oh.
It's one of the best opera houses of the world. Maybe it's the best with the traditional,
yes.
How do you say, architectura?
Yeah, the architecture.
The architecture in traditional style, yes, I think is the best.
Wow.
It's the best. The acoustic is incredible. It's so beautiful, so huge opera house. I remember my first time on the stage, I thought no one is going to listen to me because it's too big.
Yeah, they won't be able to hear you, huh?
but yeah, because I thought I'm not Del Monaco, I'm not Franco Corelli, no one is going to listen to me here. Instead, the acoustic is incredible. You can just speak, but in every place. Also, I was in the Logione, and it's incredible. You have the voice here. It's a opera d'arte.
No need for a microphone, right?
No, microphone, never.
Bravo! Because I know some opera houses are using microphones now for certain.
No, this is the end of the opera.
Yes.
Outside, when it's not an arena, outside in a square, it's necessary. But no, in the opera house, it's our art. If not everyone can sing it.
Exactly.
So I always say, why we have to do the Olympiadi? Why we have to run? We can use the car and it's the same. Why do the maratona?
Bravo. Hey, so tell me, how did you start in the church or in school singing when you were a little boy? How did you get started?
How I started to sing? It's interesting. Maybe I didn't want to sing. I never had the passion to be a singer. Wow. Never. All people since I was 5, 6 pushed me to sing. I remember in the school there is a party for Christmas. No, they do a big selection in my town to find a kid who could sing a traditional song of my region in the slang of my region. Okay. And they selected me, and I was crying because I didn't want to sing. They had to push my mom, my father, everyone pushed me to sing, but I didn't want. I love the music. I studied clarinetto. I was a clarinetist. I had an accident with a car to my left hands.
Oh.
So something, now I got surgery, everything is okay, but not to be virtuoso of the clarinet.
Yes.
So I had to find another instrument. So I started to study like a conductor because I didn't want to sing.
Amazing.
I studied 4 years like a conductor and composer.
Wow.
But I felt something was not so satisfying.
Yes.
Sorry for my English. With myself, at the end, I met an opera singer who told me, "Why you are losing your time?" I was just 24. Why are you are losing your time? Yeah, in my opinion, you should leave everything and start to study opera. I say, are you sure? And I studied. I tried, and after 2 years, I was winning competition and blah blah blah. And I
Wow.
started, yeah. But I didn't want really. I fell in love later.
Amazing. And did you
I
always?
always was in love with acting.
Ah.
Not with maybe because they pushed me since I was child, so I felt no free to make that choice to sing. You know what I want to say.
Wow. So you could have been a movie star.
I would like to. I wanted to. I had a big chance, but yeah, I don't know if you watched the movie Ferrari by Michael
Yes.
Mann.
Yes, you're in that.
I'm the singer. I'm the tenor. Yeah.
Yes, bravo. That's
That was a very, very
fantastic.
incredible experience, yes, for me.
And when you were in your early 20s and someone said, "Oh, you should be an opera singer." Did you already have your high notes then, or did you have to learn how to do that?
I had the high notes when I started because I started doing imitation of Pavarotti, of Di Stefano, of Andrea Bocelli. Yes, I confess.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, beautiful voice.
he is a very good singer.
Yes.
Beautiful voice. I started singing Il mare calmo della sera. Was his first pop song. The song
Ah,
with he won the festival of Sanremo, if I remember
yes.
well. Yeah. Doing the imitation, I had the high notes. I could sing the Gelida Manina in tone with a high C. Then I
Wow.
started to study. I lost everything.
That's what teachers
I
do to
started
you.
to study and I couldn't go high. It was
Wow.
incredible. I had to study a lot to come back to my nature.
Amazing.
Uh,
Wow.
I don't want to say that I didn't meet good teachers. It was my fault. Maybe I was confused. I don't know, but
I understand.
yeah, I understand. But
There's a big difference from being a natural in singing and then someone tries to give you structure of a teacher, and
yeah,
sometimes we get lost in communication. What does that mean? How does
yeah,
that
of course,
feel? And
yeah,
I've seen that happen to many people, and I experienced it myself. By the way, one of the tenors you mentioned, Giuseppe Di Stefano, was my
yeah.
mentor and teacher for a long time.
Really. So
Yes.
I have to make an interview to you. You have to tell me everything because I love him. He's my.
Well, you kind of remind me of him in a way because you do the mezza voce thing a lot, and it's seamless the way you do it. And I wanted to ask you about that. Did he influence you that, or did you just have that ability?
Absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely. Listen, I tell you another history. Yeah, about me.
sure.
Uh,
Story. Hmm.
Story. Sorry. Um, when I got the problems with the fingers, I was very sad. I
Of
was 20.
course.
I discovered that I couldn't be a clarinetist, a professional. No, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I was in the car alone, going, this age when all the world is going to finish. Now, when we have this age, everything is dramatic.
Yes.
Uh, I was driving alone. I turned on the radio, and it was Giuseppe Di Stefano singing a Recondita Armonia.
Oh,
Just for a case, it was a radio, the Italian radio of lyric, no?
uh huh.
And I listened to this voice, and it was, oh, maybe it could be an idea. I thought it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
And
wonderful.
of course, yeah, I'm inspired to him, yeah, with the
That,
pianissimo, yes, but not only with the pianissimo. Sometimes I study the technique of other kind of tenors like Beniamino Gigli or Luciano Pavarotti or other tenors. It depends of the role, no?
mm-hmm.
Franco Corelli too, but it depends of the role. But at the end, I go and listen to the interpretation of Giuseppe Di Stefano.
Wow.
When I fix something that I'm not able to do technically, blah blah blah. But at the end, before going on the stage, I listen to Giuseppe Di Stefano because the art
The
is
art.
him.
Yes. Yes, and Luciano talked about, of course, Di Stefano was Luciano's idol, and he said that just the way Di Stefano pronounced the Italian words was so different and clean and artistic and beautiful. Do you feel that as well?
Absolutely, he touched the heart in every word. It's incredible. I don't know. It's like it's it's impossible to do like him. It's impossible, really.
But we can take a few things, and I hear that you have done that, and you have made it yours, and now you too are an internationally famous, beautiful, successful tenor, and I just want to congratulate you on the incredible career you're having.
Yeah,
Bravo!
thank you. I had a
Wow,
lot of. It's a fight, huh?
it is a fight.
It's
Yes,
very difficult, yes. And every time, in every step, you have to show that when you start, you have to show that you can do it.
right.
Then you have to show that you still can do it. And my old colleagues told me, and then you will have to show that you are still alive and with the voice. Okay, every step is fighting.
Amazing. That's amazing. So, folks, for those of you out there wondering what we're talking about, it's an incredible difficulty to be able to be recognized internationally in singing in the opera houses. That's the first step. The next step is maintaining it. And
Yeah.
the people
Yes.
out there maybe don't believe you can do it. And that's what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
And,
But you
and
can.
every time you have every performance is, it seems that you can go immediately down if you do some, if you have a bad night, it's a kind of a disaster. It seems that the world is going to
It's
finish.
over.
It's too stressful. But for a side, it's also exciting, and maybe it keep us in very professional,
Mm,
mentality to
yes,
don't lose
absolutely.
the concentration and all
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
There's a
it
lot of
helps to.
there's a lot of mental aspect with singing too,
Yeah,
right? Yes. Excellent. Hey, so
I
have
think
there
it's the most important is the mentality. Yes, is
Yes.
the most important things.
Pavarotti says the same thing. So
Yeah,
obviously you're
because in a kind of level, everyone, we have the voice. Everyone have a kind of art. Someone
uh-huh.
is more able to do this, another one is more able to do the another things. But the difference, I think, is the culture someone has, and how you can show your character, and also the mentality uh, to how manage all this, not only on the stage but also out of the stage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
difficult.
A lot of different ingredients that you have to balance, I
Yeah,
always tell the people out there, the fans, what's it like to be an opera singer? And I'm like, oh, they think all you have to have is a great voice. And I'm like, no, there are a lot of aspects that you have to balance. You
Yeah,
said you're a great actor. I saw the reviews about you, that your acting is
yeah,
fantastic. So there's one aspect. Then your musicality, your interpretation, your
yeah.
artistry. It isn't just singing.
No, no, I don't like just. I never liked to sing. I just told you before. I never had this passion. But I think it's great. This kind of art, the opera, the melodrama, is great when you can put together all these kind of things. So
Wow.
it's really interesting. It's better than do only an actor. It's better than to be only an actor, or it's better than to be only a singer with a microphone. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, sure.
Because you can tell, you can live, tell history, singing in the opera style. All these kind of a situation are very important. Also,
Yes.
dancing is important. There are a lot of opera where you have to dance. Take
Yes.
it to the Rondine, for example, or the Merry Widow. There are a
Yes.
lot of situations.
Sure. Absolutely. So, do you have a favorite composer that seems to fit your voice more than any other one?
Ah, okay, my favorite composer is Puccini, of course. I sang quite everything of Puccini. I miss Tabarro, but I'm going to sing in June. And
Excellent.
Fanciulla, maybe it's too heavy now for me, but we will see.
Someday. Hmm.
But I sang quite everything. And I love also, but my voice fits very good in a kind of Verdi repertoire, like Trovatore. I did my debut in Trovatore. I couldn't imagine it. It was very very good for me.
Wow.
I thought it was too difficult. Instead, when I had the opportunity to make my debut, I realized that it was very good. And also this kind of Verdi, Trovatore, Simon Boccanegra, um, Macbeth, of course, Louisa Miller, this kind, basketball, ballo in maschera. This kind of
Ooh.
Verdi fits very good with my voice too.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes maybe better than Puccini for the color. The color of voice is more beautiful in Verdi. I think this, but I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Wow.
And but I love also the French repertoire.
Okay.
I love Jules Massenet so much,
Wow.
so much. I sang Manon, Werther, and they are two masterpieces, I think.
And you sing Carmen as well.
Carmen, yes, it's a lot of time.
Ah.
Every week I have a Carmen in some place.
That's fantastic. Well, if you don't mind, I have a recording of you singing the flower song from Carmen, uh, and I'd like to play it. And folks, listen to the way he has the diminuendo on the high B flat at the end of La Flor.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Great job. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play it.
Yeah, okay.
Garde toujours
Bravo. Wow. You sure did it. You have so much dynamics in your voice. You're able to pull back and then forte, mezzo piano, piano.
But it's never enough. It should be more. It's never enough.
So, did you always have that ability to sing soft and strong and soft and strong like that?
Yeah, the ability to sing soft, it was always in my nature, I think. Yes. After I had to fix because I couldn't go so up in the beginning, but I always liked to sing very soft because I think it's very, very intense. No, it's very moving.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, in this case, it's not a pianissimo, for example, because he's a kind of scream that you cannot say. No.
Yes.
So it's very difficult, and it's beautiful that Bizet wrote a double P pianissimo in this is written. It's written because.
Yeah, folks, what he's talking about, we're used to hearing that aria with the tenor singing at full blast. And the reason is usually they can't sing it soft, but it's actually written exactly the way you did
it's
it.
It's written, yeah. The composer was not stupid. Yeah, sometimes it's not. I do all this also in Aida, in the end of the...
Vicino al Sol, that one.
Yeah, because it's written. But in that case, it depends on the scene, in my opinion. I did both, pianissimo or fortissimo. It depends. I'm not able to do like Franco Corelli, who did fortissimo and diminuendo.
Oh.
But only him did that.
Yes.
But yes. Okay. That's the best solution, I think. But it depends on the scene, no? If you are with the soldiers, you have to say forte.
Yes.
But in my last Aida, I was cuddling Aida. She was sleeping in my arms.
Cuddling, yes.
Cuddling. she was sleeping in my arms. You can imagine I scream a B flat while she's sleeping.
No, no.
It depends on the staging sometimes, yes.
Yes, of course. Wow,
I
very.
always think that I have to tell to the public something that is has a meaning, has a sense. No, I cannot do something that is opposite from what the public is looking to.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's important. We do teatro first of all. The
yes.
king of everything is the teatro.
Exactly, and that's what Di
Yeah,
Stefano was all about too. He did that with his voice.
yeah.
Tell a story. He used to always tell me, "Tell a story. What are you saying, and how do you say it?"
Uh, yeah, and it helps also the technique.
Yes,
Is it true?
absolutely.
When you say
Abs-
with really it helps the techniques.
yes,
Sometimes we
yes,
don't have the
yes.
techniques of Beniamino Gigli, but we can manage something.
Well, you do pretty good. Well, he was a master of the passaggio. I saw, and I wanted to see how you think about it. When you go through the passaggio, do you think in the sense of they have a term called closing or open, or sometimes they say cover? Do any of those terms relate to you?
Yes, it's also girare. There is also a kind of a turn the voice, no? There are different sensations, I think,
Uh-huh.
and everyone feel in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's correct to think that the voice has to be more small in that point. You have that like to raccogliere,
Okay.
reduce
Uh-huh.
to open one more time. Then,
Okay.
if you go like this, you finish it to do this. You know, you have to be like a clessidra. You know
Uh-huh.
this?
Yeah, this.
The clessidra.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it's good to think that. And it's correct even more for the tenor what Pavarotti said in an interview in 70s. He said that it's a strange sensation because in the first moment you feel if like something is going to close.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange sensation for the singer, for the student, but it's correct. So
Yes.
you have to learn, accept that sensation because the vocal cord has to be more tight.
Yes.
The vocal
Mm-hmm.
cord are more tight, and the throat
Yes.
will be more relaxed.
Wow.
If
One of
not, it's
these.
the opposite.
Yes.
If not, the throat will get close, and it's not good.
Yes.
It's not good and at 40. When you are 40, you stop.
Well,
Passaggio is important for every voice, but it's the life for a tenor.
hey,
The life.
at 65, which I am now, I'm still working on that all the time, so it never stops.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Even though I'm
it's
retired
impossible
now,
to
but
stop.
yeah,
It's impossible
yes.
to stop because you know that our instrument change with the age. Every 5 years we have another instrument here, and we have to manage different breathing, different body. Of course,
Exactly.
is normal.
That's why when we hear somebody do it for so many years, like Pavarotti did and Placido Domingo, you have to salute them because wow, the
Yeah,
changes that happen in the body over the years, and they still stayed at that high level.
you take the two tenors that are the most important of the last generation, in my opinion, also to show the difference between the technique, because
Mm-hmm.
Pavarotti was a very great vocalist. Was maybe vocalist is not a nice word in English. I don't know, but
Technician,
I mean
technician.
technician of the voice. Yes,
Yes.
but Domingo was a better artist, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a great technique also him.
Mm-hmm.
With his voice was bigger than Pavarotti, but Domingo is touch me more than Pavarotti. I study Pavarotti and
Ah.
I listen to Domingo. Yeah.
Wow, that is fantastic. So, did you ever have any disasters on stage, like the curtain fell on you, or you ripped your clothes, or forgot your words?
I had some funny history. Yeah. Uh, for example, we destroyed the Traviata. I cannot say the name of my colleagues because they are
Of
too much
course.
famous, but we destroyed the Traviata because it was a violet. I was on the floor. It was a kind of the final, the end of the Traviata. She was on the bed with a white light, and she has to sing all the last words alone. Me and Giorgio Germano, we were just in freeze in front of the bed, but in the dark light in that moment, waiting for she has to fall down and go fall down exactly in a point where I was just on the floor screaming, crying, and Giorgio. But she fall down in a very, I don't know if maybe we have to cut this. The end you will decide.
Okay. Okay.
She fall down and her dress go up, and she fall down. She fall down in front of me with
The
the
legs.
legs over. It was very ridiculous, and she has to cover herself after that. And the public started laughing. It was the first Traviata who ended in very comic style. You know, it was a disaster, really.
Oh, we got to keep that story in. That's beautiful. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. I many years ago did a La Boheme, and in the second scene, second act, we're there having at the bar having a drink and eating, and there were a bunch of children in the audience, and they kept laughing, and I don't know why they're laughing, and I'm sitting there. I was Rodolfo, like you played, and then all of a sudden, Marcello looks at me and points to my pants, and they had ripped right open, and the children were seeing my underwear. So they were laughing.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Anyhow, these are the things.
Another very, very famous baritone, always in that Traviata. It was a special night. He was very famous Spanish old tenor, old baritone. He was a bit sick, so he started to sing, but the voice was not good. He has to stop, cough, and start again. And then he was very angry and did a phrase like. Dal cor di cancello di Provençal Marelsual did like that because he was very angry. And at the end, I looked at him, and he told me, "Esa noche como Julio Iglesias."
Oh,
I couldn't go ahead. It was very, very funny.
wow.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Do you speak French as well?
Yeah, I speak French. Yes.
Okay,
I
because
speak French, Spanish.
Wow, no me digas.
Yeah.
Mi esposa es mexicana.
Sí.
Sí.
Muy bien.
And we just right now I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, but we're putting our house up for sale, and we're moving to Mexico.
I never was in Mexico. No.
Oh,
it was
beautiful.
a lot of time in Buenos Aires, in Chile, pero bueno, en Canarias, en las Canarias.
Well, stay in touch, and if you're ever in Mexico, you can come visit us in this city called San Miguel de Allende. Very beautiful. A lot of Italians there.
Suena muy bien.
Claro que sí. Wonderful. So did you grow up singing a lot of the songs like De Stefano sang too, like the Core, Core, Ingra, that kind of stuff? Did you sing that?
Yes.
Non ti scordati me, parlami d'amore, Maria.
Yeah, I sang it. Yeah.
Wow.
Of course. I like to do this.
Have you ever thought of doing a CD of those things?
Not yet. I just proposed a few days ago to an agent to try to do a CD with this. Yeah, I think
Wonderful.
we should do with the Napolitan song with the correct language, you know? Mm,
The real deal.
yeah, for me it's more simple. Yeah,
Yes. Folks, for those of you out there who don't know what he's talking about, there is a dialect there
the
that
dialect. Yeah,
that is used on these songs. And over the years, a lot of times the opera singers have just kind of sung it with an Italian generic
no,
accent.
but it's
But
also I know very well Napoli because my grandmother was from Napoli, and um, I know very well also because I grow up with friends from Napoli. It's not just it's the pronunciation, of course, is the language, but it's also the way to say something. This is very Napolitano is a unique, and you
yes,
have to know, you have to have this in your ears. If
right.
not, it's impossible to repeat.
Yes. You
Even
just
you are a great singer, but when I listen to Pavarotti, for example, singing in Napoletano,
uh,
it's really funny.
that's when you say great voice.
Yeah, great voice. Yeah, of course, a great singer, of course.
And so, what do you think of Di Stefano's
Di
Neapolitan
Stefano.
songs?
Di
Yeah.
Stefano was very good, but he was from the south.
Uh
Even if
huh.
he grew up in Milano, but he was Sicilian. It's
Yes.
the same culture.
Hmm.
Sicily, Calabria, Campania is the Puglia is the same
Hmm.
ex Regno Borbonico.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, what did you think of the voice of Jose Carreras over the years when you heard him
wonderful,
first? Beautiful, huh?
wonderful. Uh, yeah, maybe next to Di Stefano, because also Carreras was really intense and in the way he say the words and the interpretation. The voice was so generous, was
Mm.
so generosa, see?
Hmm.
Uh, incredible. It was really incredible. The timbro of the color of the voice of the of Carreras was incredibile.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
hear.
I met him. I met him because he gave me the prize of Verdi competition in Busseto. He was the president, and I won the third prize with Le Ingemisco from by
Mm.
Requiem by Giuseppe Verdi from the Requiem, and he was the president. So I had the opportunity to speak with him, and he is a very nice man too. He's a very
Wonderful
very
to
sweet and
hear.
nice man. Yes.
I never got to meet him, but I was always a huge fan of his, especially the
Yeah.
earlier versions of him. Of course, before he got leukemia, right, and that
Yeah.
weakened
Of
his
course, he
body.
was the Lucia di Lammermoor, for example, with the Joan Sutherland is incredible.
Yes, yes, what a voice! There are certain moments, and I have listened to you quite a bit, that I hear the pathos in your voice that reminds me of him as well.
Thank you
Passion,
so much. I would
yeah,
like to.
yeah, passion.
It's a great compliment. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The reason I became an opera singer when I was young is I heard the voice of Mario Lanza when I was
Mm.
15 years old, and I
Yeah.
felt like God was singing to me, and that's what made me decide to be an opera singer.
I have to propose to Michael Mann to do a movie on Mario Lanza.
There you
I
go.
think yes. That
You
I
you could
wanted to
play the
propose to
part.
him while we were doing making Ferrari. I want to speak with him to say why don't you do a movie on Mario Lanza? It's very famous, very tragic life, very interesting for a
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
Yes. And really helped propel the opera, even though he didn't really sing many operas, but he
yeah,
propelled the image of opera to the world and brought it a lot like the Three Tenors did.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
They made it popular. And of course, Mario Lanza inspired Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, Jose
Of course.
Carreras.
Well, he was a great singer. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very, and very popular, yes.
Oh, my friend, I could talk to you all day, all of this information that you have. Can you tell some of the fans out there what you have coming up and where they can find you?
Yeah, now I have my debut in Tabarro, the role of Luigi in
Okay.
Tabarro by Giacomo Puccini with WNO, Cardiff, Welsh National Opera,
Yes.
with Maestro Carlo Rizzi under the stage
Wow.
direction of McVicar.
Okay.
So it's a big production. Then I have maybe I got news just today, but I cannot say. But maybe I will be back in the Colón of Buenos Aires,
Oh,
and and then I have the open season here in London one more time with Le Conte of Man. It's the open season of
wonderful.
the open of the new season with the new production of Damiano Micheletto.
Bravo.
Yeah, here in London.
Wow, my friend. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the podcast today. You're having a great career. You're a great artist. As a
Thank
tenor,
you.
I really admire what you're doing and keep doing it, brother. Mille grazie.
Thank you so much to you for inviting me. Thank you.
And the folks out there, you can find him at leonardocaimi.com, right?
Caimi, sì.
Caimi.com.
Caimi. Yeah.
Um, and go check out his website. Your website is beautiful, by the way. Great job. And listen to him sing. And any thoughts about coming to maybe the Metropolitan or Chicago or San Francisco Opera?
I hope now
With
I'm taking collaboration with an American agent because I would like to. I would
yes.
like to. Yes.
Well, they would love you here. So once
I made
again,
my debut in Detroit, but then my agent unfortunately got a cancer and died,
oh,
and uh, and and then the pandemic and then everything. So but I would like to. Honestly, I could take the decision to move in the USA if I if I had the opportunity because
wonderful.
yeah, I miss New York more than everything.
Yes. We would
Yeah.
love to have you here, my friend. All
Why
right,
not?
brother. Thank you again,
Okay.
and God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with the podcast every Sunday for the Daniel Hendrick Experience, interviewing famous opera singers like this incredible tenor right here. Until next time, God bless, and thanks a lot. Take a breath.